The border conflict between Israel and Palestine is at the breakdown of a war. The countries are plunging in the battery smoke, people are scared to death, high-raised buildings are now covering the floors. Meanwhile, Israel Foreign Minister Netanyahu says the Iron Dome is working perfectly, this would give them protection, and they will continue to attack Hamas until peace is restored in Israel. See how strong the statement is. They are not moved by the life losses and the incredible damages. Still willing to continue on this massive destruction, what gave them all this strength? Hamas militants have fired more than 1,000 explosive rockets into Israel since the conflict flared up on Monday, but the death toll of Israel is estimated to 7 to 10, while that of Palestine is 83 to 100. The same attack methods, almost same weapons, same pace in attack, and above all, same flesh and blood both sides. But what keeps the death tolls low in Israel? What's protecting the people of Israel? Is there any magic shield? Yes, there is. The Iron Dome. When Hollywood boasts about Iron Man, Israel has its real Iron Dome in action to protect the country from any air attack. A magic shield, an electronic guardian angel. Let's see how it works. Hello and welcome to CEO Science in a Wrap. The Iron Dome, a missile defense system, one of the few of its kind in the world, is exclusively made for Israel's defense need, mainly for blasting rockets, missiles and drones out of the air. It was developed after the war between Israel and Lebanon in 2006, in which Israel had to face thousands of rockets from the terror group Hezbollah. Because of this, Israel's defense company, Rafael Advanced Systems, was given a task to develop a new missile defense system, and it was successfully deployed in 2011. The Iron Dome is a short-range ground-to-air defense system that comprises of a Tamir interceptor and a radar that tracks and destroys any missile or airborne system that enters Israeli airspace. The system is used in countering rockets, military launchers, artillery, and mortars from enemy targets. Moreover, the system can equally intercept unwanted helicopters, aircrafts, or UAVs that enter the airspace without permission. According to Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, which developed the dome jointly with Israel Aerospace Industries, Iron Dome is a multi-purpose combat-proven system that detects, assesses, and intercepts incoming artillery such as CRAM, cruise missiles, precise guided missiles, UAVs, air-breathing threats, and dense salvos. Now, what makes the Iron Dome so useful is, the dome is technically capable to track the trajectory of each incoming rocket or shell and determine if it is heading towards an urban area. If it is about to attack a village or city, then only the dome will intercept it with its own missile and neutralize it. So such a versatile defense system. But the system has its own downsides too. The air defense system is expensive. Each of its interceptor missiles cost between $40,000 to $50,000. Hamas, on the other hand, spends approximately $800 to a few $1,000s for each rocket it launches against Israel. Even though the Iron Dome system might be very effective in terms of interception rates, but it is financially inefficient compared to the threat. But at the same time, if we consider the psychological benefits of the population knowing that there is an unseen defense mechanism that can protect them from rockets or artillery attacks, any price would satisfy it. Such a powerful guardian angel, no? Any country would prefer it. So what about the United States, a country with huge military and the best defense mechanisms in the globe? Does it have an Iron Dome? Let's see why not. The Iron Dome makes sense despite the cost for a country like Israel, which is bordered by real threats anytime. But it doesn't worth that much for a country like the United States that isn't always surrounded by the adversaries. Secondly, the range of enemies against the United States are more advanced than those who against Israel. The countries like China and Russia, which are the two major rivals of America, have highly advanced weapons to attack than the organizations Hamas and Hezbollah. For example, while Hamas is lobbing a few dozens or hundreds of rockets at Israel at a time, a Russian artillery battalion can launch up to 720 rockets in 20 seconds. In such a case, Iron Dome's defense role would become negligible. But still, the US military has decided to purchase the Iron Dome system for installation and protection in the Middle East, because in the Middle East the threat is mainly from Iran and it employs similar tactics as Hamas and Hezbollah, so there the Iron Dome could be quite useful. Some of the air defense systems that the US military employs for missile defense are the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, which is designed to intercept short and medium range ballistic missiles, the MIM-104 Patriot, which is designed for short to medium interceptions, and the AEGIS, which is primarily deployed in Navy destroyers but can also be placed ashore but with questionable effectiveness. That's the working principle behind the Iron Dome, which has obviously saved hundreds of lives in Israel in the past few days. But still, defense is not the way to peace. It's just a temporary solution. Let the country settle down and the people be rescued as soon as possible. We all wish a peaceful future for both Israel and Palestinian people. Hope you like this video. Give us your feedbacks in the comments section. Please do subscribe our channel and stay tuned with us for more technology and science updates. Stay safe, stay happy, stay updated.